All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, all right. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. I don't know what I got on, y'all. I'm trying to get my music in and get my mode in, get my energy in, getting the flow in. Just doing what I do, which is loving life. Y'all, this is something that's great. This is something that's spectacular. Oh, look at this. Me and this hair. Okay, look at this. I'm not gonna go over there. I'm not gonna go there. Look, spray these hands. Hold on. Spray these hands. Spray these hands. Don't want any rust on the hands. I just want to say that I had a fabulous time yesterday. I really, truly did. And if anybody know my girl, Fi Babe, go over to her channel. If you don't know her, go over to her channel. We had a great time. We laughed. We enjoyed life. We just did. It was refreshing for me, going to Chicago, coming back home and just laughing and having a good time. That was the most important thing for me because when you lose yourself to everything and you're so busy with life and trying to just do and living like a zombie, basically, just walking around, work. This coronavirus got us in a whole nother trance. So I had a spectacular time. And I'm telling you, I just love to have a good time. I want to laugh. I want to have a great time. Today, I really want to talk about mainly what touched my heart when I went on home this past weekend. Now, I come from a family that we're really divided. I'm just going to really, really keep it real with you. The family is not structured. You can't really talk to each other. You can't really depend on each other. The system is just really broken. So my grandmother passed away in 1988. And so her birthday is March 3rd. So I really wanted to go to Chicago to hook up with my family and to go to my grandmother's burial site. Nobody really responded. Nobody really wanted to go, I guess. So I end up hanging out with my friends and I end up celebrating my grandmother's life that way. I went to the grave. In the grave, I couldn't find it. And I couldn't find my father's grave either because he died when I was 2. So I couldn't find his grave either. But guess what? I end up going out with my friend like that night, and we went to listen to live music, R&B, live singing. It was just that energy. Being back home was so refreshing to me. Like my husband is from Haiti, and I love hanging out with them. But the energy of my Chicago culture, and even I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana now, and the culture is totally different. So it's nothing like being at home. I had a good time and I celebrated my grandmother that way. And the music was bumping, it was coming through. The music was hitting, they was singing, everybody was they talented singers. So that energy right there was off the chain. Went back to my room, relaxed, went to sleep. Y'all look. I was so paranoid in my room because I'm not used to being in my room by myself. I put the chair on the door. I put the ironing board on the door and a chair on the door so nobody. I'm tweaking, like I don't do drugs. I don't get high off nothing. I'm sitting up there putting the ironing board and a chair on the door, thinking somebody go come kick the door down. Because I'm not used to being in there by myself. Then I had a crazy dream, sleeping in hotels, beds, and all that. I'm like, you know what? That's okay. I ain't gonna let the devil steal my joy. After that, and then that day, before that, my cousin came over. We ate chicken. We had Harold's chicken. So Harold's chicken is the bomb with the extra mild sauce on it. So we had a good time. So then the next day, I end up going out, So Harold's chicken is the bomb with the extra mild sauce on it. So we had a good time. So then the next day, I end up going out, and hooked up with my girl, Shalina, and we ate. And then, having a good time and really laughing, and the energy is what I needed. And that sanity is what keeping me refreshed at this moment. And I keep trying to find out what is it that has me in a rut? I want to do things. For instance, this YouTube channel is something that I desire doing. I love talking to people. I went to school for broadcasting. And I'm like, what is stopping me from doing that? And I realized, a broken heart, a broken spirit, a broken, not peace in my life, keep reliving and rehashing the same things that happened to me in the past. I'm in control of these thoughts and these energies. I'm in control of, laughing. I'm in control of joy. I'm in control of what comes in my way. Don't get me wrong. Nobody is perfect. But when you find yourself getting in a rut and you just live your life by the bootstraps of just surviving, living by the bootstraps of being somebody's mama or being somebody's husband, you living by the bootstraps of the job, and just in that everyday struggle, you lose yourself. You got to step out of your entity. You got to step out of that everyday realm to perform to your best. To your best. My cousin and I, we were talking and, about being a mother, how that's really challenging for her, and she loved being a mother, but also she went to school to make movies. So that makes her happy. So, I'm like, you know what, cuz now that I think about it, step out and be, do something and make yourself happy, getting away from the family, getting away from your everyday life. So when you come back, you appreciate all that you have. Some people don't have family. And I'm not saying, and I really, I got an immediate family, but my extended family is really broken, the structure of it. And that hurts me. So y'all gonna hear me talk about it a lot. It's gonna pain me. I'm gonna talk about real life issues and struggles. I grew up in foster care. I went from pillar to post. The struggle was real for me. I'm shocked that I haven't lost my mind. PTSD. Somebody drops something, I'm jumping. I'm like, what? Trauma. Just a lot of that is going on. So for me, this is new to be in an environment full of a healthy environment. It's new for me to be full of structure. It's new for me to be full of positive environments. So now I'm doing my best to switch my energy up. I'm doing my best removing myself from toxics in my life, because I all the time, I ain't gonna lie. I want to fight a man like a man. I can't fight no man like no man. Come on now. I want to challenge a man. I don't need you. What? You crazy. A lot of people that sit up here and tell somebody they don't need somebody, they are lying. We all need somebody to make. That's why this internet is booming now, because we're in the house for the COVID-19. What? We need interaction. We need to speak to one another. We need that interaction. So for us to say, I don't need nobody, I don't need family, I don't need nothing, I don't need nothing for nobody, you got me twisted. Well, you by yourself on that one, because everybody needs somebody. If you want a companion, that's why people buying dogs like crazy. Got the dog laying in their bed like it's their woman or their man. Come on now. Can't no damn furball love me like my husband now. And don't get me wrong. For you people that love dogs, I'm not dissing you. But you want to love your dog and kiss your dog in the lips and all that. I'm not into all of that. Now, I'm from the old school. I'm from Chicago. That dog, don't kiss me on my lips. He been licking licking his ass and everything. Don't lick me, dog. Me and you not going to get into that. So that's us as human beings. We need that human connection. So what can we do now to heal ourselves from that past hurt and from that past trauma? What can we do? Do anybody have any solutions or what they can do to not keep replaying that same thing in your mind like a record? Somebody hurt you. He hurt me in 1988. Oh, I don't smoke cigarettes, but you know how it go. Ooh, girl, let me tell you what he did. I had 3 of his kids for me. He played me. Girl, bye. Put that damn cigarette down, smoking a cigarette, worrying about what he did. Get your mind together. Stop replaying that. Get yourself together and learn from your past hurts and your past trauma and get yourself together. Woman up. Whatever, man up. I'm not going to tell no woman to man up because she's not a man. She's a woman. Women, you need to stay in your lane. Stop trying to think that you can do whatever you want to or say whatever you want to. You're bringing that energy. And I want to say this too. Get counseling. Get therapy. Get some help. A lot of people, especially African-American rooted, we believe that we shouldn't have counseling. Get you some counseling. Get you some help. Because when you start acting crazy, busting people car windows out, I bust the windows out your car. That ain't cute. No, that's not cute. Don't break nobody windows out their car. I'ma bust your head. That's a song, y'all. That's what y'all gotta realize. Stop letting these people pump your head up and you bust somebody window out their car and you go to jail up in America. I don't, baby. I don't look good with orange on going to jail. I don't think so. I'm getting flashbacks, that PTSD. Y'all talk about that later. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell my own story. I'm not worried about what somebody think about me. So what I want to ask you all this in this question, it's this book real quick. I'm not going to get into it too much, but it's called, and it's Gleaming by Light. What it's saying, you can heal yourself. The book is the bomb. Look, I'm new to YouTube, so you know I'm not getting paid off nothing. I'm telling you all, it's about your thoughts. It's about your energy. It's about if you got any sicknesses in your body, diabetes. It's talking about all of that. Your heart is such a powerful thing on your body. Your love, your energy can do so much to you and throw your balance off. So the book, I'm telling you, is real good. I'm going to read one quick part of it. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but I'm going to read this one. This one part of the book is said, believe it or not. We do, excuse me. Let me put on my focus, baby. I gotta be able to see, give me a minute, these are these plain glasses, All right. I'm telling you, the book is at Barnes and Nobles, and the book, look it up even on Amazon. I stumbled upon the book because I went to Amazon just to get away, and I started reading it because I'm like, I'm tired of living in my head. Keep repeating the same thing that happened to me from that same dysfunction that happened to me back in the day. I'm tired of repeating that. I've been abused, misused, and mistreated. And I don't want to wear that with me. I block my blessings when I keep wearing that same energy. And before I get in the book, thank you, Real, for responding. But before I tell you a little bit more about the book, sometimes you go somewhere, right? And you look at, say for people that's single, okay, I'm going to talk about this because I got a lot of sisters that's looking for a mate. Hello, how are you? Thank you, the best. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to do everything. And this is a real platform. I don't play no games. I don't got time talking about nobody. And I'm going to let you know, whatever we talk about here, we talk about here. This is what I feel, because guess what? Confidentiality, and you ain't got to go into details, but confidentiality or sharing something is a healthy platform for people to express and heal. We are real people with wounds on ourselves. And I was talking to my girl, with some of you all subscribed, Fat Babe, and we was talking about being shot. And like somebody shot you and you got bullet wounds in your body. That's how it is to go through trauma. So back to track, because I'm talking about so many things, y'all, because I get really excited about talking about situations. But let me talk about this one. And if I remember, I'll go back to what I was saying. Believe it or not, we do choose our thoughts. We may habitually think the same thought over and over so that it does not seem we are choosing the thoughts. But we did make the original choice. We can refuse to think certain thoughts. Look how often you have refused to think a positive thought about yourself. Well, you can also refuse to think a negative thought about yourself. It seems to me that everyone on this planet whom I known or have worked with is suffering from self-hatred and guilt to one degree or the other. The more self-hatred and guilt we have, the less our lives work. The less self-hatred and guilt we have, the better our lives work on levels. Level up. Can I tell you about self-hatred? It's real. To so many people, you think that person got it going on. For me, I feel a way about my weight. And people, oh, you fat. I ain't gonna say I hate it, but I dislike it. And also, you can be dissatisfied with how you live in your life, right? I don't think anybody wake up in their right mind and want to have a negative day, or wake up in their right mind and say, oh, let me go over here and smoke a blunt, or let me go over here and hit a bottle of whiskey. It's something that drew them to there. It's energies. It's things that's attracting them to certain things. And a lot of key essentials that's missing in our life. And I'm going to tell you something real simple. Yeah, God, but love. That love, one love. All it take is one love. Y'all like to sing and dance. I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, hey, love, love, love. Love is missing. Love is all we need to make my life complete. Love. Once I was starting, people started loving me and giving me love, then wounds start falling off of me. Scars start coming off of me. So I just want to let you know that you're lovable. You can be loved. I don't care what nobody think about what they think about you. Look what they did to Jesus. Now some people believe in Muhammad the prophet. That's what they choose. But everybody that walked on this earth has been through something, pardon me, one way or the other. Nobody go through life without having experiences. Don't think you by yourself. And then the enemy talk to you in your head over and over again. Shout out, shut up. They be thinking you crazy, baby. I'll be right in the middle of the city. Shut up. Who you talking to? I know who I'm talking to. Them nasty thoughts that the devil trying to take over my brain. But you can be loved. You're lovable. So once you get love in your life and healthy people in your life that love you and have your back, then there's nothing that you cannot do. There's nothing you cannot move. I remember one time me and my husband was having a disagreement. And I was like, when y'all be getting into, no, baby, don't leave, baby, don't leave. No, don't you do it. I'm going into it. He gonna tell me. And I grabbed him like this. He's like, the only reason you treat me like this because I love you. Y'all, I opened my eyes and I melted like brown sugar. And I knew at that point that that's what I needed. There's so many times in the word of God that he talks about love. Don't push away love. Don't push away people that genuinely have your back. They may not be the same type of person. Like say, for instance, they ride in a little coupe and you got a Benz. What they got to do with it? What they got to do with it? If they a healthy mind, you measuring this person up by the material things they got. I know doctors. I'm gonna tell y'all about being in Fort Wayne. It's so humble. People out here, you would never think they got money. They ride raggedy cars. They the humblest ones, and you will block your blessing because you think that person is not measured up to you. You minimize them, and you be going. They be trying to act. The ones that act like they all that. Those the ones with the insecurities. Those the ones with the insecurities. Money cannot hold you at night. I'm not saying what they say on this, a bum. And if the person is a bum, I seen a movie about a bum that turned his life around. That's another story. But I'm talking about somebody that treats you right with a mind and peace and joy, and somebody that can give you good things. You deserve it. When I was growing up, my name was bitch. Excuse my language. I'm just keeping it real. Ho, F you. I ain't heard. I am not gonna be shit. I heard so many words out my mouth. So when in my mind, that's what I thought I was. So I got in a relationship and started treating people the way I was taught to be. That's the way I was taught. Who am I? But once I start being loved properly and really realize people had my back, then I realized I didn't want to push these good people away out of my life. So I just want to ask you all, when is it enough is enough when we keep living the same way? If you got a mental problem, go get you some help and get you some medication, baby. You can't keep drinking gin and all these drugs. It was one lady that said she was doing some meth. And they put so much strong stuff in her meth because she was trying to get herself high and take away her problems. Baby, she woke up in a body bag. You keep on putting that stuff in your body and you never know what's going to be next. So I just want to know if anybody here, because I want to interact with you all, if you all have any questions or any suggestions on what you think or what do you do in this situation when you keep thinking the same thoughts, or when you want to change your life pattern, what is it? Because I know that I don't know everything. All I know is that I want to have a prosperous life. All I know is I want to have a peaceful life full of joy and accomplishments. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So, on that note, let me know, what is it take? If you leave this message, you watch it on replay, if you watch it later, if whatever you do, let me know. And I actually have another book, y'all. I'm getting into it. I'm about to get myself together around here because I got somewhere to go. I gotta go to heaven. No, I ain't ready right now, but I gotta let me be careful. You go outside, baby, you be going to heaven. I ain't ready right now to go to heaven. I ain't gonna even lie. I got somewhere to go though. Okay. This other book is called here, 100 Days to Calm. This book, you can't really see it. Isn't it cute? 100 Days to Calm. It's talking about stress. It's talking about stress. It's talking about how you keep living your life being stressed out. You want to fight over material things, but you stressing yourself out. How you know if you're going to live because you keep stressing yourself out? How do you know? Do you know if that's going to be you worried about? Okay, let's just take, for example, let me get into it. Let me be real and let me just talk it up, and I'm going to really talk and I'm going to hit some points. You worrying about, right now we're in the COVID-19, right? So a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people didn't die actually from the COVID. They died from other different things connected to it, stressing themselves out, all those other things that gave themselves diabetes and sickness and all other things that's connected. I'm not going to go through the whole list. Mental things, going crazy, whatever. And they end up dying because they stressing themselves out even for money and things. But how you going to know if you're going to live tomorrow? I'm 39 years old. So that means I got what? 40 went like this. So 40 more years, how's that going to go? You'll be 80. Stop stressing out about stuff that you can't change. Stop worrying about things that's going to be, you figured out how it's going to be done and you don't even know what the next day is going to bring. Stop worrying about that. Instead, wake your morning up full of gratitude. Wake up in the morning and fill your day with joy. Wake up in the morning and read a devotion. Look, I want you to come on YouTube, baby. Come on here, click, like, subscribe, prescribe, whatever they call it. Subscribe, lick, click, whatever, tick. Do it all. I want you to do that. But I want you to do this even more. When you wake up in the morning, when you open your eyes, if you got one eye, open one eye. If you ain't got none and you're blind, put on some inspiration stuff in your ear. If you can't read and you can't hear, I don't know what to tell you. Pray and meditate. I don't know how you listening to this if you can't do that. I don't know. But anyway, I ain't making no jokes or signifying about nobody. But when you wake up in the morning, make your first thought of a gratitude. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm awake. I'm happy. Look at me. I'm blessed. Whatever it is, I don't care if you're living in a shelter, baby. Be grateful that you're alive. Now, the people like, what you gonna be grateful for? A shelter for? Be grateful. Over this past summer, my apartment caught fire. I went down the street to go to the hair salon, and a lady called me and said, "Free, free, free." That's my nickname. Free, free. Your apartment burning down. I said, burning? Girl, what you mean burning? Now you got the wrong place. Ain't nothing burning over there. So I ain't worried about it. But the dryer caught fire. As the apartment was catching fire, people was looking at me. I wasn't getting upset, but to really be honest with y'all, I thought that just a little bit of the apartment was burning and I could go in there and lay down around the fire. Been through so much trauma in my life. Like, okay, it's burning on this side. I can lay on this side. Ma'am, you can't stay in here, ma'am. Ma'am, you can't stay in here. What? Well, first of all, ma'am, you get stuff in your lungs. Ma'am, you a die. You can't stay in here. Well, what you mean? Well, we can put some glue on the window. You know what you mean? See, that's the thing. People want to patch stuff up. But in the midst of it, I was still grateful. And blessings was coming in. People was there. What can we do to help you? Do you need help with this? You need help with that? I still was outside laughing. But hold on now. Don't come joking with me too much now. It's we got a limitation to our laughing. Now, my place just burned down. In the midst of it, I was staying downtown in a loft. And why was I was right across the street from a jail, honey. I'm like, Don't put me across the street from no jail. That is not the hood, but downtown Fort Wayne is small, so it's right across from the jail. What I started realizing, I could have been in jail. I'm not in jail. Who am I to judge or see? I'm seeing homeless people walking back and forth. What I'm doing, praying for them, encouraging them. So I'm not about to laugh at them and signify, or that's see, I'm old school. You see, signify. Y'all need to give me some new words because I don't know new words. All I'm saying is signify. Roast. Look, I'm behind. That's okay. I'm not, as long as I'm not behind when I get paid. You could call me whatever, but don't get me behind on my paycheck, baby. You could call me whatever, but as long as I ain't behind on that, know that. So with that being said, I just became grateful. Wake up in the morning and get yourself some gratitude. Leave my right here. Nothing can dim your light. Shine your light. Don't let nothing dim your light. Don't let nothing stop you. I want you all to write a list now and starting to thank you. I appreciate the hearts. I appreciate that. And I want you all to write a list down in the morning or tonight and write a list down of gratitude. What are you grateful for? Are you grateful for life? Are you grateful, honey, you ain't put no gorilla glue on your head and your hair ain't stuck down and you had to get a surgery? Baby, she thinking she gets some fame, but that's really a mess. Are you grateful for whatever it can be? Think a reason why you're grateful and where have you come from? Thank you. I mean, that's my goal. And I'm interacting with you all because this is what I do. And I want to interact with you all. And when you do that, that's my energy to talk back to you all because this is more of a platform where I can communicate with people and to talk about mental health. I go to school for social work, by the way, and I'm studying to eventually go into mental health. And also, I'm in therapy with trauma that I've been through. And I can talk about things from real life experiences on the spiritual side and also an educated part. And let me see here the message. Thank you. I hope you go live and post more. Go live and post more. I will. I will. And you know what? Yesterday was my life. Did you find me from over at Fat Babe's house, honey? I call it Fat Babe's house, honey. I'm calling these YouTube channels the Fat Babe house. You know, being over there with her, okay. So, she first told me to go on YouTube, and I was like, I don't know. Because, baby, I was kind of scared. People did. Thank you. I appreciate you all. We had a good time last night. And, honey, them stories were scaring me, and how people talk about people and all that. But I'm not about to be scared of nobody. The devil, you better set you on fire with gasoline draws on. Don't come to me trying to start no confusion. See, the devil try to start stuff with you, and you ain't ever did nothing to nobody. But back to what I was saying, make you a list and be positive. Think of things you're grateful. What I was saying is when you wake up in the morning, the first things what we want to do in the morning, get on the phone. These phones, we addicted to these phones. And what we do, go on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, because we looking for that instant high. But the instant high is inspiration. Being around people that's going to give you some inspiration to keep your fire going. And also, as you started being grateful, what's next? Now, everybody, do you want to open up a business? Do you want to go back to school? Do you want to get your credit straight? Do you want to get your body straight? Do you want to go through therapy? What do you want to do? We ain't got to watch the sidelines. I can share the benches with all y'all. We can all look good in the meantime, in between time. Because if you shine, I'm shining. I want you to shine. I want you to be prosperous. I want you to be full of joy. So stop. Don't let the enemy steal you. What do you want to do? I want to say this, and I'm going to say a prayer real quick. I pray that everybody's listening to my voice under the shadow of my voice. Bless them, God. Let there be an overflow in their house, mentally, spiritually, financially, whatever you may be looking for, and anything that's hindering you, remove it out your life, fire by force. I've been in the projects, and I had a lot of tough times, y'all. I make jokes about it. One time the dope man came to my house. After I pray for y'all, I'm telling y'all the real situation. Amen. So I'm letting y'all know where I came from to let you know I can relate to real life situations. One time when I I was young. I'm 14. I'm pregnant. The dope man come to my door. You gotta say my door. I ain't gonna say my door. I'm giving y'all me. He came to my door and said, "Hey Riri." I said, "Hey, what's up? What's up? Your mama here?" "No, she ain't here." "Man, she owe me money." "Owe you money?" "Oh, I'm about to take that TV." "You ain't about to take this TV?" "Oh, yes, you are." "Riri, I don't want to hurt you." "Baby, bye." I move to the side. Go on, do what you do, baby. Do you want mashed potatoes with that? You want sweet potatoes? You want baby back ribs with that? You ain't got to tell me twice. How much she owe you? "Baby, you want to take this mattress with you? Because my life ain't worth this, what you taking." So going through that, going in and being in and literally living in a trap building. Forget a trap house. They talking about a trap house. Quit playing. The projects is the trap building. They trapping you in, one way in and one way out, baby. And if the elevators, you go straight down or maybe down the stairs. So what I'm saying is trauma, real life situations. One day, look at this, because I'm getting into it. Y'all got me going now. One day I came back home. My sisters was sitting in the car. See, we say the car. The car. With the, you back, I don't know how they can do. You can take the key out the ignition and the car was running. My little sister had to be 8 and the other was about 2. I don't know how she was. They was in the car all the way from overnight in the car, sleeping in the car. I'm glad therapy helped you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Keep giving it a chance. It really pays off, especially if you got a good therapist. But when I was in the midst of that, honey, sitting in the car, seeing my sister sitting there, I broke down, started crying, weeping. I'm like, I ain't been through all of this at an early age. Foster care systems, pillar to post, family pushing me away. What did I do to deserve this? What did I do? Am I that bad? Like, man, why do people hate me? You know what? Maybe I should just take some medication to end this. Thinking about giving it about another shot. You know what? I'm going to talk about that ending it, and we're talking about this now. Real on the real. Give it another shot. Don't give up. Finding a therapist is like finding a spouse. You know, it's like finding a significant other. Finding a good therapist is that way. And everybody, and I'm not saying, look, if I get white viewers on here, I'm not judging. Yes, ma'am, I do. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm going to give you some more of it that you got to hold down your wig, baby. You know, they wearing these lace fronts now. And you're going to have to, take the glue, and spray it down like that because I'll blow your wig off. You feel what I'm saying? But what Real's saying is about the therapy is that finding a therapist, though, it's like a hit and miss. You're not going to get anybody that you're going to like all the time. You're not going to get people that you're going to connect with. So you'll be talking to therapists. Like I said, I don't care. White people, I'm cool with everybody. But I was going to a couple white therapists and I'm talking to her. And then, I'm talking about all different stuff all over the place because I'm interacting with you all. And the therapist more like with a black woman to offense to anyone I can relate to. I don't have no relation. Like, that's the same thing I just said to you. Let me put these focus on because I ain't trying to go off track. But back to what I was saying, I was with the woman and I was talking to, what do you think? Like really not showing no emotions. Okay. I'm like, baby, you was probably raised over here on 90210 and you don't know nothing about what I'm talking about. You don't know nothing about not what I'm talking about. Nothing I'm talking about. You don't know nothing. You don't know that. That can do the things I do. You don't know that. So guess what? I'm going to take my little self on around here and get up out your office, lady. Now let me see what Real said. I tried. I wasn't connected with a therapist about another shot. He said, I feel like I probably connect more with the black woman. No offense to anyone, but that's what I relate to. Okay, so let's now you're talking about the black therapist, and that's true. And it's things is, for instance, if I'm talking to you, just for instance, I'm saying, go, girl, let's go over here to the house, to the crib. I don't have to explain to you what the crib is. That's my dialect. I need to get together. I don't have to explain to you what the crib is. I don't have to go there with you. You know that I'm referring to a house. Now, you know exactly what I'm saying. So I don't have to go there with you and break down and give you a definition of everything. Oh, my old man. Oh, your old man, your old daddy. No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about my man, girl. What you talking about? So you don't have to get a definition and break it down. Now, don't get it twisted, y'all. Out here, I've seen some people that I feel like I was in Chicago on 47th Street and I was around a group of all white women. Only one black woman is in the house, okay, in a halfway house. These women talking like, but they was on the streets. And it's really what they do in this society is trying to make us seem like we any different. But a lot of white people got way more issues than we do, than we can ever imagine. Let me see here. A real therapist, a black lady, a auntie. Part B. Okay, Sarah, that I need a straight shooter who would tell me. See, okay. Honey, I wish I had my license, baby. I would tell you, get it on together and I would get you right together. A straight shooter. But see, look, the key is they ask you questions, a couple of questions, and they say, well, what do you think about that? Well, why did you do that? And they doing more of listening than telling you exactly what it is. They listening to you and they kind of like dissect it in a way and they kind of ask you questions so you can be able to think about what you said and recap on that and let you marinate on it. So when you're talking to your girlfriend, if I was you, I wouldn't have done that. But you're not me. You don't know how it is to be me. So you can say what you want to say. You're not in my shoes. So when you therapists can't give their opinion or say anything, but they just listen and then they just make you think about everything you said. But look at here till you get to the therapist. Look at the book. I'm telling you, you can heal yourself, right? And let me tell you a couple of chapters. One say what I believe, what is the problem? Look at that, Real. What is the problem? And it said, where does it come from? Okay, and let me hurry this and let me go over this briefly. And whoever's listening, that's fine. But it says, life is really very simple. What we give out is what we get back. What? Oh, my battery is going low. I'm going to make this brief because my battery is going low on my computer, you all. Get it? But it's saying what we think about ourselves becomes the truth of us. I believe that everyone, myself included, is responsible for everything in our lives, the best and the worst. Every thought we think is creating our future. Each one of us creates our experiences by our thoughts and our feelings. The thoughts we think and the words we speak create our experiences. We create the situations and this is, oh